Dear friends, today I have to tell you something that has shaken both the tabloid press and the most loyal fans. Can Yaman has returned to Turkey, and not alone, but with his partner Sara Bluma. But this is not just a pleasure trip. Behind this return lies something deeper, emotional messages, wounds from the past, and perhaps an unexpected attempt at reconciliation. It all began with an unexpected gesture from Özge Görel and Serkan Çayoglu, who, despite years of cold silence, sent Ken a message that surprised everyone. "Come back, you made a mistake, but we still love you. We say this from the heart." Words that touched something inside him. A few days later, Ken and Sarah shared a smiling photo from the plane, announcing their arrival with a message addressed directly to Özge and Serkan. "Wait for us, we're here." Coincidence? I don't think so. Social media exploded. Some spoke of reconciliation, others of confrontation, and many wondered, what role does Sarah play in all this? Özge and Serkan's response came quickly. She posted a simple yet direct story: "We are waiting." He, more nostalgic, posted an old photo of the three with the phrase, "Times change, but hearts remember." The message was clear. Perhaps the door wasn't completely closed. Meanwhile, as the world commented, Sarah remained silent. She accompanied Can to Istanbul, yes, but without saying a word. Many analysts believe her presence shows she's ready to face Can's past, or perhaps her own fears. In the midst of the commotion, Can posted an image of Istanbul's skyline with a cryptic caption: "There is no peace without confrontation." Was it for Özge? A personal reflection? Nobody knows, but tension rose. Hours later, Özge broke her silence too, posting a strong phrase: "Sometimes the closest ones are actually strangers." It went viral instantly. Some saw it as a sign of unresolved pain, others as a final shot at healing. Just when we thought nothing else could happen, the big rumor arrived: a new project with all four of them. Can, Özge, Serkan, and Sarah in a single series, a romantic drama for a major streaming platform. Talks were allegedly already underway. Now the world waits. Will there be real forgiveness, or is this just a PR move? Will they work together again, or will emotional tensions flare up? The reunion is said to take place in a restaurant in Istanbul, but the time and date are secret. One thing is clear: this meeting will mark a turning point. Whether reconciliation or a new intense phase, it will be public. Istanbul holds the secret, but the world waits for the ultimate photo: the four of them together, under the lights of a city that, like them, knows of love, betrayal, and second chances. Sometimes I wonder when Demet Özdemir stopped being just a famous actress and became a symbol of quiet resilience. Because what she's shown over the years is that despite criticism, rumors, and the shadows others cast on her, she's remained firm, dignified, and above all, authentic. While others fed the drama, she chose silence, work, and moving forward. And in this world where everyone wants to scream louder, that's bravery. It's no coincidence that people still compare her to other women around Can Yaman. The contrast is obvious. While some scream for attention or cling to fame, Demet chooses silence, not submission, but self-respect. She doesn't need scandal to make headlines. Her presence alone speaks volumes.
What amazes me is how, despite a deep relationship with Can, she never played the game of provocation or resentment. Unlike others, she never spoke badly of him, never exploited his name. That's emotional maturity. As someone wrote online, she is different, and she is, in her style, her gaze, her way of living. Maybe that's why she was misunderstood. It hurts to see her pushed aside, replaced by louder figures with less substance, because what she and Can had was real. And when it ended, it hurt. Not because of the gossip, but because it represented something pure, something people needed to see. Yet Demet never tried to go back. She didn't beg, expose herself, or manipulate. She walked her path with elegance, building her career piece by piece. And even through hard times, she proved that strength isn't coldness, it's knowing when to protect yourself. Today, seeing her, I feel she represents what many women aspire to be: free, strong, scarred, but at peace. I deeply respect her, not just as an artist, but as a human being. Because in a world of appearances, she chose truth. That comes at a price, yes, but also with a reward: the silent admiration of those who see beyond the noise. Maybe that's why she left such a mark on Can. Because when someone loves you truly without games or masks, you never forget it. He may move on, surround himself with others, but I doubt he'll find that mix of tenderness, character, and truth again. And if he ever realizes it, it'll be too late. Demet is no longer waiting. She's building. Her career, her peace, her future, and even if it's quiet, it holds far more value. Because in the end, time puts everyone in their place, and Demet, through her own merit, has found hers. Demet Özdemir is one of those women who spark divided opinions, but one thing is undeniable: her story left a mark. Many remember her for her role alongside Can Yaman, for that intense chemistry that seemed to leap off the screen and made millions dream for a while. But behind the character, behind the idol, is a real woman who made difficult choices, who made mistakes, who took risks, and who chose to move forward even when the whole world seemed stuck in the past. What impresses me most about Demet isn't her beauty or her talent, although she has plenty of both, but her ability to rebuild herself. Because while many accused her of betraying a perfect love, of distancing herself from Can, or taking wrong paths, she simply chose to live life her way. And that, in the world of fame and under constant public gaze, is an act of courage. Yes, she got married. Yes, the marriage ended. And yes, many believe it was a mistake, done impulsively, searching for something only Can had given her. But I don't see it that way. I see a woman who, like any other, was seeking stability, affection, a place to be herself. And when she realized that path wasn't hers, she had the courage to close the door. That's not weakness, that's maturity. Many keep dragging her name into comparisons with the women now around Can. Saris is this, none compare to her. He's still thinking about Demet. But what about her? Has anyone stopped to think how she's lived all this? How it feels to keep walking forward when every step is compared to a relationship that's long over? What isn't said enough is that Demet at one point was Can's emotional refuge. She pulled him from his darkness, gave him balance and meaning. But that doesn't mean her identity is tied to him. She has dreams, ambitions, scars, and a path to walk. Staying stuck in that past, however romantic it was, would have meant denying herself. Sometimes I feel people forget that Demet is a woman like any other, with a life beyond the cameras. A woman who's been criticized for choosing differently, for not waiting around for a man who wasn't fighting for her anymore. Because, let's be honest, if Can had loved her as much as people claim, the story would have been different. And she had no reason to put her life on hold for a story he left unfinished.